Well, after Chelsea have drawn to Burnley, the top 4 race is just getting even tighter. We could have really capitalized this past weekend, but things really just did not go as planned. I'm going to talk about the worst part about that game a little later on, but even Ruben Loftus-Cheek was a little shaken up in that game. He got hurt a little bit, and N'Golo Kante even had to be taken off for injury. It was just a very unfortunate string of events. And as I'm sure you all know by now, that game, Callum Hudson-Odoi ruptured his Achilles, and he underwent successful surgery today, thankfully. But he's set to miss at least the next 6 months, which sucks. Really could not have happened at a worse time, considering we only have a few games left, and we need to do everything we can to get top 4 or win Europa. Hopefully, with the way things are shaping up, 5th place would be enough to qualify for Champions League next year. We just need either Liverpool or Tottenham to win the Champions League, which I really think Tottenham will get by Ajax, and I don't think Liverpool will get by Barcelona, but at the end of the day, there's a shot that one of those 2 teams win. I do think Barcelona will win the Champions League, and I hope to God I'm wrong. But even if one of those 2 teams don't win, we still have a great shot at winning Europa League. And even if Arsenal do beat us in Europa League, assuming we get by Frankfurt and Arsenal gets by Valencia, and we get 5th, we would still qualify because the qualification would trickle down because Arsenal will get the top 4 spot, but they already qualified through Europa if they win. So actually, Arsenal winning the Europa, never thought I would say this, Arsenal winning Europa League would not be the worst thing in the world for us, and it would actually be better than us finishing 5th. Liverpool and Tottenham don't win, and either Valencia or Frankfurt go on to win. So Arsenal's not the worst team in my mind next couple of weeks. But the Hudson-Odoi news is absolutely huge. He has been absolutely, undoubtedly one of our best players in recent months. He's brought a firepower to the squad that Willian and Pedro have failed to bring to the entire year. And I think that the fact that he was even called up for a senior England squad already, and he's already made a starting appearance, speaks volumes to the impact he's brought with his play as of late to whatever team he plays for, especially for us. And we really could have used him in the next couple of weeks. We have Man United this weekend, which is a big one because Man United definitely has the biggest chance of finishing 6th. And if we lose to Man United, or if Man United get any points out of this, if we drop points, that'll be huge. A win would be fantastic because Man United still has Man City on the schedule, whereas our last 2 Premier League games are Watford and Leicester. And this is dangerous, but hopefully we can get results versus both of them after Man United. And sandwiched in between the Premier League games, we of course have Europa League, first game against Frankfurt's next week, and then we have one the following Thursday as well. Very important games. I think our best chance of qualifying for Champions League next year without the help of any other team is by winning Europa League, so hopefully we get by Frankfurt. I think we should be able to, even with our B team playing in Europa. Going forward, instead of Hudson-Odoi out on the right, I would like to see Willian out there as opposed to Pedro. So Willian, Higuain, and Hazard, I believe, will give us the best chance at winning against Man United. That's what I want to see. Hudson-Odoi would have been very nice, but it is what it is. Also, Tammy Abraham was just named to the PFA Championship Team of the Year. Absolutely deserved. 25 goals, 3 assists in 37 appearances for Aston Villa this season. I want to see him given a shot in the starting 11 next year. I want to see that Pulisic, Tammy Abraham, and Hudson-Odoi up front, if Hudson-Odoi comes back healthy. That's the front 3 I want to see. We probably will not see that right off the bat, though. As I believe Chelsea's also looking to bring back Michy Batshuayi back from loan on Crystal Palace. There's a good shot he would start over Tammy Abraham at least at the start of the year, just due to experience. Michy was great for us. He won the title for us against West Brom a couple years ago, and wouldn't mind to see Michy up front, to be honest with you. Hasn't looked too great for Palace. He got off to a great start, and he's kind of leveled off since then, but I would like to see him give it another chance as well. I don't think Higuain will remain at the club after the end of the season, but regardless, big boost for Tammy Abraham's confidence, and I'm glad to see him doing well. And like I said, I really want to see him with the first team next year. Another person who I want to see with the first team next year is Reece James, and I don't believe he was named to the team of the year, but I believe he was deserving of a spot, at least from what I've seen from him and what I've heard from his coaching staff. And he's had a fantastic year at Wigan as well. I think next year he is the best candidate to back up Azpilicueta and possibly even take over a starting job. I don't think he should start right away over Azpilicueta next year. I think Azpilicueta should still be our captain, even though some of his actions as a captain this year just made me question his leadership abilities, especially the Kepa situation. That whole thing would not have happened under John Terry. 100% would not. Azpilicueta couldn't even get Kepa off the pitch. That's absolutely ridiculous. But I think Rudiger really is the only player on the team who I would captain over Azpilicueta, and the fact of the matter is that he has not been with the club nearly as long as Azpilicueta has. Azpilicueta is the most experienced player in our club with Chelsea. He's been with us for pretty much the entirety of his career, and for that reason I don't think he should be dropped just yet. However, he has not looked so certain at right back this year at times, but I still think he should be starting next year. But yeah, the major news is the Hudson Odoi injury. That's really going to kill us in the short term, and I think the more important question is how he will come back. There's a shot he comes back just not looking like himself, especially a player as young as he is. We see injuries ruin players' careers all the time, and I do not want to see that from Hudson Odoi. I mean, if there's any silver lining out of this, it's that it probably counts out any transfer possibilities over the summer due to the injury, and I really hope Chelsea take advantage of that and offer him a big contract. I'd like to see a player from our academy actually rise up and play a significant role in our first team. I want to see him and Ruben Loftus-Cheek both do that. I don't want another Chalobah situation, just complete mishandling of the player. And I really want to see Hudson Odoi succeed in the long term. This is a big blow, but I think he definitely can come back. But there's nothing telling me that Hudson Odoi can't come back and continue his great form. That's all I have for today. Man United Sunday. I'm very nervous, very important. And Europa League next Thursday. Very important. We really want the Champions League qualification for next year, even though our squad is probably just going to be very inexperienced. I still want to see us compete. If Ajax can get it this far, there's no reason we can't, even with our squad looking the way it is. That's all I have. Thanks for watching, and let's take down Man United on Sunday.